Okay, I'm a bit sick right now, which is why my voice might sound a bit weird. But I'm literally sick, but I'm also sick of the news that I've just heard. Ford is bringing back the Capri. Now you might be thinking, what is wrong with that? Just for reference, this is what the last generation of Ford Capri looked like. And here's the new one. Now, this is not the first time that a car manufacturer has done this. Heck, it's not even the first time that Ford has done this. Like, I've got a video on the Mach-E, so you should watch that. But anyway, yeah. When you come up with a new car, I don't see what's wrong with just giving it a new name. Like, you're telling me you're imaginative enough to concoct this whole entirely new vehicle, but not to come up with your own five-letter word to call the thing. I know that's not their thought process. I think stealing a name from a previous model and giving it to a completely different, unrelated car is trying to cash in on the legacy that they already have, either by nostalgia for people who remember the Capri and they're like, oh, that was cool, I'm going to buy this new one. Or people who vaguely know of it and they're like, oh, that's supposed to be cool, therefore I will buy this, and then that makes me cool. First of all, considering the cars are, at their core very different, and you're expecting people to buy them because they have the same name of a cooler car, that's insulting the buyer's intelligence, for one. And I did have a second point, but I've forgotten what it is. For two, it shows that Ford are completely missing the mark because they're not being helped by the legacy. What's more likely is they're tarnishing the legacy of the Capri that they already have. Now, there are certain parts, styling choices of the new Capri that are reminiscent of the older models. Someone could argue, oh, it looks like the Capri, therefore we should call it the Capri. No. Having cars share styling choices is what having a brand identity is all about. Having your own design language specific to your brand is something that makes you stand out in a way. Car companies have their specific design choices as their signature across their lineup. So it's not unusual for different models to share the same sort of design cues. Having a new car come out and see that it shares design cues with older cars, well, okay, specifically in this case, if they named the new Capri something else and you noticed that, oh, this kind of looks like the old Capris, I'd say that is more valuable than what they've done right now, which is call it the Capri and have these few design elements which seem to manifest themselves as a half-assed effort. We can't let car companies think that we as the consumer, are stupid enough to fall for such a money-hungry scheme as this. Now, it might sound a bit extreme, but, To conclude, I think, the new Capri may turn out to be a very good car, but I think the convention of naming new models after older, completely unrelated ones in order to benefit from its legacy should stop for the reasons that I have already outlined. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks for sitting through that if you did. There's a couple things that I didn't manage to fit in the script. Well, there wasn't a script, actually. I just kind of ranted the whole time. This is not usually how I do it, but it did mean I didn't have to write as much beforehand, so that was good. My whole rant about design language and brand identity was to prove that just because the new Capri shares some of its design elements with the old one doesn't mean it has to share its name. I feel like my point wasn't really clear. Now, Ford's new car, not only is it not a real Capri, it's not even a real Ford. It shares most of its components with the Volkswagen ID.5. This is due to a alliance that Ford formed with Volkswagen. VW have a modular electric platform which their ID series is built on, as well as the new Capri.